Alright, we'll go ahead and do this video before I gotta go into my slavery for today. And they call it work. I was actually working much harder before I came here, and my mind was stimulated, more than it is going to be at actual so-called work today. I was working on my story, and that takes a lot of concentration and focus and a lot of willpower, unlike putting things on a shelf. But getting to the point, today I wanted to talk about objectivism versus subjectivism. You know, for the most part, I think we live in an objective reality. There are real rights and there are real wrongs. But then I've come across more information that talks about subjective reality. Reality is kind of like what you put out there is what's going to come back to you. And now I've kind of concluded that it's a little bit of both. Reality is kind of a paradox in and of itself. It's really hard to explain or understand unless you've fully studied Hermeticism or Hermetics. But reality is objective. There are things which are ultimately true, but yet at the same time not ultimately true, because if you use the correct amount of willpower and you know how to direct that energy, you can actually change reality in a certain way. Certain people who are plagued by certain things sometimes bring it on themselves because they continually think about it, and then when they stop thinking about it, it's not there anymore. So does that mean that they really were able to manifest that through just their thoughts alone, and then it really existed? Or is it really not existing? It gets very confusing. And I just wanted to throw this idea out there. Anyone who wants to comment on this video, go right ahead. Because I have studied lots of ideologies regarding the objectivist view and also the subjective point of view. I suppose this would, in a sense, be kind of like the brain hemispheres, the left and the right hemisphere, the left being the objective, wanting to be objective, and then the right brain being more of a subjective or passive, creative, but also like being able to create your own world that way. So this video almost doesn't even make sense to me. Understanding the nature of our reality is quite a difficult thing, and nobody really seems to want to do it. I don't claim to have any answers. That's why I'm always studying, always finding new ways to think. I'm constantly evolving. Anyone who stays stagnant, they don't change the way they think over time, they're not on any kind of path of growth. I think they're stuck in their ways and they don't want to evolve spiritually or physically, kind of both. But that's all for today. Take care.